It's time for our Neighborhood of the Month feature, and this time we're in Brooklyn with the spotlight on Boerum Hill. Boerum Hill gets its name from Simon Boerum, head of the Boerum family from the Netherlands, whose farm took up most of the area when the Dutch were in control. In fact, the Boerum Hill area was actually originally part of the borough's namesake town, Brooklyn. And a quick side note here, the full borough that we now know today was actually comprised of 6 towns, and the town of Brooklyn was one of them. 2 additional facts about Boerum Hill. It's not actually a hill, and never was, and it wasn't called Boerum Hill until the mid-20th century. Before that, it was known as North Gowanus. Like its neighbor Cobble Hill, the area has a connection to the Revolutionary War. It was a main line of fortifications for the Continental Army. This was the case due to its topography at the time, which was different from what it is now today. Industrial development started coming to Boerum Hill in the 1830s, and it was further galvanized by the construction of the Gowanus Canal. And much like the surrounding neighborhoods of Park Slope and Cobble Hill, the area started to see the construction of both modest homes and grand townhouses starting in the 1840s. The area experienced an economic decline after World War II, but in the 1950s and 60s, interest in brownstone and brick townhouses began to grow, and people interested in revitalizing them were attracted to the area. Among those were Helen Buckler. Miss Buckler and her neighbors formed a neighborhood association, but were at a loss for what to call the area. They didn't much fancy continuing with the tradition of calling it North Gowanus, but upon learning about Simon Boerum after a trip to the Brooklyn Historical Society, Miss Buckler and the association decided on the name Boerum Hill, despite, again, no hill actually being present. The area was designated a historic district in 1973, and this designation has continued to maintain Boerum Hill's 19th century feel ever since.